Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is having a good day. I've got some elders letters here and some circuit overseer letter to all the elders in his circuit. And my goodness, and I know many of you, didn't think the numbers that I had done in the video yesterday were correct, because they said, oh, well, there's a Jewish camp there in Warwick and they have a lot of cases, and there's only 268 deaths in the entire county. And it's like, well, maybe this was worldwide, Bethels. I don't know, but I sent an email to the person who had originally sent me the information, and I haven't heard back from them whether it's worldwide Bethels or just Warwick. So, I will keep everybody informed. But in the meantime, I've been asking, some who still have connections to elders and circuit overseers and family members, ones associated with Bethel, if they have heard anything. Because that's mostly why I did the video, is just putting feelers out. And it's like, if you guys hear anything, let us know or put it down in the comments. Because that's the thing, is at this point it was hearsay, and we're just putting feelers out. It's like, let us know if you hear anything. So that's the main reason I did the video. I don't want to put, oh, this is for sure out there, because it's not. It's just hearsay. So anyway, I did hear back from someone. Thank you, sweetie. And they said my elder, who is the physically and mentally in, Pimi, in our service meeting, said he got a letter stating that there were 219 witnesses dead from Branch and 500 hospitalized. More confirmation. So thank you very much. And like I said, that was the biggest thing, was just putting feelers out, like, this is what we've heard. We'd like to find out for sure and get some feedback on this. Now, for the circuit overseer's letter that went out, thank you, Atlantis and Petra. Appreciate it very much. I'm going to read this. Dear brothers, as the COVID-19 pandemic and associated governmental restrictions continue to impact our lives, the branch recognizes that publishers may well experience economic and other challenges. Boy, ain't that the truth. But yet they still ask for donations. 20-something million people out of work in this country. Wow. Back to the letter. Therefore, to ensure that plans are in place, the branch committee have organized several disaster relief committees, DRC, in our branch territory. Please note, the DRCs have been formed in order to prepare for what may happen. Now, the word may is in bold and it's underlined. Prepare for what may happen, not because of any current emergency situations within the congregations. So these DRCs have been organized what may happen, not what's going on now. Therefore, although information regarding DRCs is being provided to you as elders, please be judicious and discreet about what information you share with the publishers. Too late! We're telling everybody, and all the publishers that care to watch our videos. Yeah, about what information you share with the publishers. We do not wish to create a sense of unnecessary panic. Too late! Be sure to focus on the positive, how forward-thinking and well-prepared Jehovah's organization is, as well as what this reveals about Jehovah's love for us. Oy vey. In order to support the DRCs, the branch has asked circuit overseers to write asking each body of elders to provide regular reports regarding the situation in your respective congregations. It's all going down the toilet. What do you think is happening? Each group overseer slash assistant should inform the Kobe of the situation in his field service group. In turn, the Kobe should send pertinent information to the circuit overseer. To begin, please review again the direction found in Shepherd, Chapter 26. It is also important for elders to keep up to date with government advice regarding the pandemic. Each elder should regularly highlight the importance of proper hygiene and the need to remain socially distanced, at least 6 feet 2 meters, from any who are not part of the household. Awake number 6, 2016 provides excellent advice, especially the section People on page 5. Please find below specific aspects we would like you to consider as you compile your regular reports. The report should include comments regarding, number 1, the current situation in your congregation, number 2, the progress being made in implementing the suggestions and directions outlined below. As I will be receiving 18 of these reports, I would appreciate it if they were concise and succinct. Food and water. Do all publishers have enough food items, water, and basic supplies stored? I'm sure they've got toilet paper. Medicines. Do they have publishers who are reliant on prescribed medication have an adequate supply? I can't talk today for some reason. I guess I need more coffee. As a result of increased economic pressure at this time, some may lose their employment or source of income. Of course, these dear brothers and sisters still have expenses to meet. It may be that an uncooperative landlord refuses to reduce their rent or threatens to evict them. Group overseers should therefore now implement the direction given in Shepherd, chapter 26, paragraph 12.1, under the heading Provide Ongoing Practical Support. There it states the need to identify congregation publishers who could offer temporary accommodations for those who are displaced. Use of local donations. If families within a congregation cannot support themselves, and if other publishers within the congregation cannot help them, the body of elders has approval to judiciously use local congregation donations for relief of those in the congregation. See Organize, chapter 12, paragraphs 12 to 15, chapter 16, paragraph 11. You notice they don't say contact us and we'll see if we can get some of these relief committees to help. They don't say that. It's up to the local congregation. And, that's the thing, is whenever you see any kind of disaster relief, it's usually the local Jehovah's Witnesses and Kingdom Halls and elders that are helping. Watchtower doesn't do any charity work or disaster relief on the huge scale. They let the local and volunteers do it. Found this interesting. Finally, to support any future relief efforts, the DRC will require a number of volunteers who have submitted an approved local design construction volunteer application, DC-50 form, especially those with clinical skills, i.e. doctors, nurses, paramedics, and so forth. Please actively identify and encourage individuals who qualify to complete this form and submit it promptly. Please stress, though, that this initiative is about preparing for what may happen. Thank you for the excellent example you are setting as overseers. Jehovah will continue to bless your righteous efforts in caring for the flock, so they will no longer be afraid or terrified, and none will be missing. Oy vey. Oy vey. Now the other one is just an announcement that is going to be read at the midweek meeting this week, the week of April 23rd, 2020. And it just talks about coping with the loss of a loved one during the COVID-19 pandemic. And they just give some scriptural, and the branch committee has strong brotherly love for all of you dear brothers and sisters. Like the Apostle Paul, we remember you often in our prayers. So they're just giving some scriptural counsel And the other letter we got was just instructions for the literature servant and how not to order too much literature, and if there's an oversupply to send it back so that they can redistribute it. So anyway, they're getting kind of tight with their literature, aren't they? Yeah, and their money. And like I said, we're just trying to get information about the COVID in the Bethels, and all of us are concerned because I'm sure all of us have family or someone. My little brother is in the International Building, and the last time when we first woke up, I knew he had just left the South Korean branch because they were getting rid of all of the foreigners and deporting them at that time because things were starting to get a little hot back in 2012 between North and South Korea. And I think he was moved to a Southern Africa branch, and they were working on that branch. And then, of course, that's, when my family started shunning me. So, all of us are concerned about family and stuff, and we would like to know, and especially those who are in the cult compound of these Bethel places, because there's no way they can social distance. And, they all work closely together, and they all have meals together and stuff like that. So, it would be nice if Watchtower put it on their website and was honest about all of this. But I'm sure they don't want to cause a panic and everybody calling Bethel to find out if their family member has been hospitalized. So, anyway, and I hope you're all staying safe and are doing okay. And thank you so much for your love and concern. Mike and I are doing fine. So anyway, just a lot of things going on in our state. A lot of upset people. It's like, this is just getting ridiculous. It really is. The restaurants here in the United States, they can do carry out or delivery, and nobody can go in. We live, probably about 13 miles from a little tiny town of, I don't know, maybe 600 people. I mean, there's not even a real stoplight in town. It's just one of those flashing yellow or flashing red lights, depending on which way you're coming from. But they have a little tiny market. We don't have a grocery store. It's a little tiny market that has a few things. And they have a deli in the back. Well, they can still stay open because they're a grocery store. The restaurant down the road, they can only do carry out and delivery. Well, the town found out that the market was out of meat. And so the restaurant posted on Facebook and said, look, to help everybody out, I will sell you my meat I have at my cost. Well, apparently the lady at the market got so upset, and she says, why don't you stick to just making hamburgers like you're good at and stop trying to act as a grocery store? And he's like, look, I'm just trying to help the town out since we don't have any meat in this town. I'm just trying to be nice and help people out. And then a lot of people reminded her that she has a deli in the back of her store with tables for people to sit at, so she needs to quit acting as a restaurant. But I mean, this is the crazy stuff, And the same market, they've got a utility sink out front on the sidewalk, and they require you to wash your hands before you go in. Now, many of you know I have lung problems and have issues with perfume and soaps, these perfumey soaps. So they have a big thing of antibacterial perfume-scented soap there, and they want me to wash my hands. And I said, I've got chemical sensitivities. It will give me an asthma attack. I cannot use that soap. And she says, well, here, you can use a hand sanitizer. I said, I can't use hand sanitizer. It just about kills me because it has the same dry cleaning chemical in it that did this to my lungs in the first place. I can't use either. And she says, well, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. And I says, well, you can all go to hell. I'm going to Walmart. So, I mean, this is just the craziness. And so, if I need something desperately, I will bring my own soap or I will wear gloves. Yeah, I know it. And, you know, so many are like, oh, well, if you wear gloves and a mask, you're a sheeple and just following. And I said, no. I said, we're wearing gloves and a mask because some of these stores won't let us in unless we're wearing them. It has nothing to do with being a sheeple. You know, that's kind of insulting. You know, and I just get so sick of all these people on social media, you know, keep saying how stupid all of us are, or, you know, some of these from other countries are how stupid Americans are and how stupid your president is. It's like, wow. Wow, people are just losing it. The sad thing is, though, is suicides are going up so much. And especially when these governors here in the United States are extending the stay at home. And it just appears that they're not giving any, you know, they're not paying any attention to these people that are stuck at home, can't work, no money coming in. And the unemployment, I mean, so many people, there's a waiting list. So they're not even getting unemployment. So, you know, like 20 million people out of work in this country. And some of them, you know, are still on the waiting list and can't get the unemployment. A lot haven't got their stimulus checks yet. Suicides are going up. Drinking is going up. Domestic violence is going up. Child abuse. Child abuse is just skyrocketing. This is, you know, a horrible situation. And then you get these doctors. You can go to YouTube and just put in emergency room doctor, you know, talking about COVID. And the numbers just are not even close to what the projections were. I mean, mortality is something like 0.03%. That's not as bad as last year's flu season, which was 1 point something. So, you know, many of us are upset. And I just wanted to mention this because, you know, just because someone doesn't say anything on one of the social medias does not make them a sheeple or complacent or ignorant or anything like that, or stupid. So just try to have some patience and just realize you may not know the full story. Some of us may not say anything. It may appear, you know, that we're sheeple and complacent. But no, I have to get into the store to get some supplies. That's why I wear a mask and gloves. So, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. You all take care, be safe, and just hang in there. Just hang in there. And know that we love you all. So, oh, and Bonnie, expect a package because I just won the eBay auction. I'm sitting here with that window open. So, bye everybody.